Hello YouTubers, it's Gabor here. This video's subject is the recent New Hampshire debates which were held by CNN, WMUR TV and the New Hampshire Union Leader. I will make two videos about these debates. The first video will be about the Democratic debate and the second about the Republican, just to say the timetable. So let's begin. First of all, I want to start with those candidates who had the best performance or whose campaign could get a big boost. First of all, the Democrat side, Barack Obama, because he looked very presidentially. So, if you see him, if you hear him talking, speaking, you may think that, wow, this guy knows what he says. So, I think it could be very interesting, and I think that his campaign would get a big boost. I think in New Hampshire it's needed for him. The second one who was very surprising, is Joe Biden. So his harshness, his loudness, was very surprising for those who know that Joe Biden is someone with a very big foreign relations experience. So he's more diplomatic. But now, as I said, we must act, and some of this performances or sayings or statements were very surprising, and maybe it could be very positive for him. But who knows? Maybe New Hampshire Democrats or Democratic Independents don't like it. That's a little bit of risiko. So, let's go back to the disappointing performances. First of all, that will be, I think, surprising for you, but I think that Hillary Clinton's performance was not so good and a little bit disappointing. I was awaiting more from her. She is a front runner, a first tier, someone who has a big chance to win it. And her tactic was not to hurt myself, and not to bash the other candidates too harsh because this is too negative. Okay, that's great. But I ask you, didn't you wait more from her? And I think that this performance was not her best, so maybe that will be a little bit disappointing for her. And Bill Richardson had a little bit of problems. So his explaining of the immigration plan was, how can I say it, a little bit different and a little bit difficult, that's a better word, and it had some problems because one time he said A and another time he said B, so also not the best, so he had to he was one of them who had to make a big show or make a good performance, but he didn't. Okay, he had very interesting views on other issues, but as a Hispanic, I think that his immigration thing is the most important in this situation. And the other one whose performance was a little bit disappointing was Dennis Kucinich. That would be also very surprising for you, but okay, he did what he was awaiting, but as I see the Kucinich, he can make more. So just the words about get out of Iraq and so on and so on and so on. I missed some plans, not just about Iraq and other issues. So I think that this Kucinich can make it better. So let's talk about the other candidates who were at the okay-ish stances. So Chris Dodd's biggest problem was he had not much time to explain his very complex views on things. But he seemed also like Joe Biden, who knows very well what he's talking about. So his campaign can get a bit boost, but not as huge as Barack Obama's or Joe Biden's can. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm totally wrong on the whole this forecast, but who knows. John Edwards. So he was the snappiest of the all candidates with suit tie as well, and this this hair. I don't know how long he had this hairdo. And the interesting thing about his watch, this yellow, I don't know what it's called in English. So so his outlook was very interesting. What he said was also interesting, but his biggest advantage was his biggest disadvantage. He's out of Senate since 4 or 5 years. So his disadvantage, his advantage was that he had to defend himself of his Senate votes. The problem is he couldn't have the time or the opportunity to explain his stances on some things. But I think his healthcare plan was very interesting. But I know that this whole tax increasing thing is very unpopular. But if you can explain it well, you could make a big point. And for last but not least, don't forget Mike Gravel. So he did this what he can the best. Criticizing everything, but right, so he's not populist before I get this attack. Bashing the other candidates, that's what a long shot or a third tier must do. So he did what a third tier candidate must do to get media attention, to get attention among the voters. So I think that he did as best as he could. So I think that's enough for this debating criticism. Oh, one thing. Unless as in the Republican debate was the subject of another video, in the Democratic debate, you didn't miss really anyone else in the stage. I mean, Wesley Clark and Al Gore. So maybe that's another how can I say, proof that maybe Al Gore won't start. I don't know. So I think it's now enough for the Democratic debate. I'm interested in your thoughts. Make video response or a text comment or mail me. I'm very interested in your thoughts, and until my next video about the Republican debate, I just say goodbye.